Oh, what's up, class? It's your boy Trey here. Today, I'm doing a book report on my favorite book, The Polar Express. I love this book. When I say I love this book, I mean, I love this book! Like, it's my favorite book of all time. It just has, honestly, it's my favorite book. And give a little summary of it. So basically what happens is, the boy, I don't think it ever says his name. I'm thinking about it. But a boy's laying in bed. And he's listening for the Santa's little bells. You know, he wants to hear the, but he never does. He just keeps listening, and all of a sudden, hears a train. He's a train rolling up beside his house, right? He looks out the window. This big steam train, this huge steam train, just sitting there in his front yard on the street. Which is not really his front yard, but on the street. So he puts on his house slippers, he creeps downstairs, and he goes outside to see what the commotion was. As he goes outside, the door opens. The door opens and the conductor steps out. The conductor says, from the book, the conductor says, all aboard! He says that as he looks to the little boy, which again has no name. And then he says, the little boy says, where are you going? And the conductor says, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. That's what he says. And the little boy's like, what? The Polar Express? Oh, we're going to the North Pole? That's where Santa lives, right? I don't even really believe him. But in the book, it says, I took his outstretched hand and he pulled me aboard. But on the movie, if y'all have seen it, in the movie, the little boy is hesitant and he doesn't go at first, and then the train starts going, and then he contemplates his life, and then he sees and then he sees how fun it could be, and so he runs after the train, and then he goes and gets it. But it's different in the book. That's one difference. So the boy is on the train. He sees filled with all types of kids, all races, all genders, everything. They're all in their pajamas and nightgowns. Just having the blast. Here it says, the train was filled with other children, all in their pajamas and nightgowns. We sang Christmas carols and ate candies and not sinners with nougat sinners as white as snow. We drank hot chocolate, thick and rich as melted chocolate bars. You know, that's my favorite song in the movie. Hot chocolate. Y'all know the song. And yeah, it just keeps going like that, and then they're on to the North Pole. They go through different woods and scenery. They see wolves riding beside them. Picture right here. I see wolves, you know, going past the train. They're just in like the deep woods. They start going on mountains, like around mountains. Like, where's this track even come from? They start going on mountains. This is like a thrill ride. It's like a roller coaster. Never slow down, it says, we climbed mountains so high it seemed as if we would scrape the moon, but the Polar Express never slowed down. Faster and faster we ran along, rolling over peaks and through valleys like a car on a roller coaster. And then, after a while, the conductor says, there, the North Pole. And there's the North Pole. They go over his bridge and there's the North Pole. They see the city lights, they see the city lit up, all buildings lit up, all the lights on, snowing of course, because it's winter in the book, snowing of course. And they got to the North Pole. The North Pole. It was a huge city standing alone at the top of the world, filled with factories where every Christmas toy was made. The only problem is the city is empty when they get there. They didn't see any elves or Santa Claus or anything. So that's why they're kind of iffy about it. Then all the kids ask, who receives the first gift? Because that's the most important thing. The first gift on Christmas. Santa handpicks somebody to give the first gift to Christmas. And the conductor says, he would choose one of you. And then they keep rolling, and then all of a sudden, they get to like town square, as we would call it, and they see like a huge group of all the elves, like taking up 16 different blocks. And then in the middle, they see Santa Claus sitting right under a tree. The book says, look, shouted one of the children, the elves. Outside we saw hundreds of elves. As the train drew closer to the center of the North Pole, we slowed to a crawl, so crowded where the streets were Santa's helpers. When the Polar Express could go no further, we stopped and the conductor let us outside. See all those little dots? Those are all elves, and this is all city, so you can tell it goes all the way back there. It's crazy. I wish I was on the Polar Express. So they get there, they get to the front of the stage where Santa is sitting under a huge Christmas tree surrounded by gifts and his sleigh. And Santa's ready to give out the first gift. Ho, 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 he says. He looks across the crowd. he sees who he wants to give the first gift off to, and guess who it is? It's the little boy. Spoiler alert. He picks him out, and now he's sitting on his lap. Santa asks, "What do you want for Christmas?" And the boy says, I knew that I could have any gift I could imagine, but the thing I wanted most for Christmas was not inside Santa's giant bag. What I wanted more than anything was one silver bell from Santa's sleigh. See? That goes back to the beginning where I said he's listening for the Santa's little bell. Now he's gonna hear it for himself because he's gonna have the bell. Isn't that so cool? Right. So Santa gets one of his bells to cut off one of the reindeer's bells, and he throws it up to the little boy. So the little boy he got his Christmas gifts. He's so happy, right? In the story, right? Wrong. Santa yells out, "The first gift of Christmas!" The clock struck midnight. As the clock struck midnight, the elves roared their approval. Santa handed the bell to me, and I put it in my bathrobe pocket. Remember that. He put it in his bathrobe pocket. Remember that. Here comes the sad part. Y'all ready? As soon as we were back inside the Polar Express, the other children asked to see the bell. I reached into my pocket, but the only thing I felt was a hole. He lost the bell, y'all. He lost the bell. Santa only gave out that one bell, and he lost it. It stuck right out of the hole in his pocket. I know he must feel bad. I had lost the silver bell from Santa Claus's sleigh. Let's hurry outside and look for it, one of the children said. But the train gave a sudden lurch, and we started moving. We were on our way home. Man, that's so depressing. If Santa gave me a bell, I wouldn't put it in no holy pocket. I'll keep it in my hand. That's just me. He got home and he drooped off the train because he was so sad he lost the bell. And so he went back to his house. He waved goodbye to all his friends. The conductor said something, but he didn't know what it was. It says, "The conductor said something from the moving train, but I could not hear him." What? I yelled out. He crumpled up he cupped his hands around his mouth and said, "Merry Christmas!" He shouted. The Polar Express let out a loud blast from his whistle and sped away. Just like that. Story fast forward a little bit, past that night, past a couple hours, and it says, on Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. When it looked like as if everything had been unwrapped, Sarah found one last small box behind a tree. It had my name on it. Ooh, what could it be? Inside was the silver bell. There it is. He found it. The silver bell. There was a note. Found this on the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pocket. Signed, Mr. C. C stands for Santa Claus. Wait, C stands for Claus. It's not. You put one and one together and you get two. Man, I love this book. I shook the bell. It made the most beautiful sound my sister and I had ever heard. My mother said, "Oh, that's too bad." "Yes," said my father, "it's broken." When I shaking the bell, my parents did not hear the sound. Maybe only children can hear the sound. That's the end. The last page says, At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell, but as years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear a sweet sound. Though I have grown old, the bell still rings for me as it does for all who truly believe. So basically, the story ended and only those who believe in Santa, who believe in the Christmas spirit, can hear the bell ring. And the boy never stopped believing. He's a man now. The man never stopped believing in Christmas spirit because he met Santa Claus, and Santa Claus gave him that bell, so he can still hear that bell ring today. I think I hear it. I hope you enjoyed this presentation of The Polar Express by Chris Van Allsburg. Hope you enjoyed this. Catch you next time with the next book report.